I'm Christian, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Christian, nice to meet you. Christian, nice to meet you. Christian, nice to meet you. Christian, my pleasure. I'd first like to apologize. My voice, I'm kind of just recovering from a sickness, so it's kind of like shaky a little bit, and I'm nervous. Also, I didn't print enough business cards out and flyers, so I don't actually have any for you today, so I apologize for that. But let's start. I'm Christian Davis. I'm a sophomore at Ashridge High School, and I'm the founder of Cultural Cooks. Now, the problem. This revolves around people in downtown Charleston. There's business workers who don't have enough time to go get food. They can't sit down in a restaurant. Maybe they didn't have enough time to pack lunch for themselves prior to working because they have other work they have to do at home. There's tourists that come down. They want to try something new. And that's pretty much where I'm going to have a key point in their life. My solution is I'm going to offer a cultural difference. I'm going to be selling Indian-style kebabs. And I know this is a spoiler, but the direct competitors, well, there are no direct competitors in downtown Charleston. There's no Indian-style food trucks. You can't, it's really hard to find Indian-style food, nonetheless, in downtown South Carolina. And so I plan on having it's fresh, easy to make, it's easy for tourists to get, easy for businesses to get, it's delicious, it's healthy, and it's all natural ingredients. And as I said, it's new, exciting for people. They're going to try something new, maybe, possibly, and it's just going to be delicious. My mission statement and goal is that Cultural Cooks will provide all customers with healthy, delicious food from across the world in a comfortable environment. I cook it, you eat it, on the go, bon appetit. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. My business model. I grill 6 Indian-style kebabs, and I sell them individually, $5 a piece. Well, it says 30 up there because after I sell 6, that is 1 unit for me. And the cost of materials for all 6 would be $6.50, approximately like 1.808 cents per kebab. And after discussing with friends, family, other people, we decided that a good labor cost for me would be $10 per hour of working, which is what I'd pay myself. My total cost of goods sold would be $16.50, leading to a contribution margin of $13.50. My monthly break-even units would be about 9 units each month to break even, and then the rest would be profit. My market analysis, I'd go under the mobile food service business industry, and it makes approximately $650 million in sales a year. It's always increasing, so it's a growing business industry. My demographics, I want to target all ages, all genders, tourists, anyone. My psychographics would be people who just appreciate cultural food. They want to try something new. They want to eat on the go, on work, and tourists. The buying patterns, many people eat out at least 2 nights or more a week. And I didn't put this up there, but ages around 24 to 30 tend to eat out more than 2 nights a week, sometimes 3, 4, 5 nights a week, because they don't want to cook themselves. My geographics target specifically downtown Charleston, South Carolina right now. In the future, I plan on expanding to other locations, but it's pretty easy for me to go on King Street and put a food cart in the middle of all the busyness and have easy sales. The target market size, it's about 4.8 million people, and the population of my target market, I narrowed it down to about 400,000. And then after that, I did surveys upon surveys, and I got to about 200,000. So roughly about 50% said, I think it's a great idea, it sounds great, it's going to be delicious. And then the other 50%, they said they were either vegetarian or they personally just do not like lamb, which would be the main ingredient of these Indian-style kebabs. And that's where I got those numbers. My competitors, as I said, I spoiled it for you. There are no direct competitors, no food trucks that sell kebabs, nonetheless, Indian-style foods in South Carolina. The indirect would be other food trucks, specifically out of my huevos. They're a taco truck in South Carolina. They just travel around. But why Cultural Cooks? What's the point? What's my selling point? My selling point is that, as I've previously stated, and it's huge, there's just no Indian-style foods. You can't try it. And this is where it comes into play, where you can try something new. It's really delicious. It's healthy. It's all natural. My marketing and sales. I plan on having a company website, handing out flyers and business cards, promotions at local events, just promoting my business, social media, Facebook, Twitter, just things to promote my business and get it out. Qualifications. I love making food and cultural food, Vietnamese, Chinese, anything like that. I'm an honors and AP student. I'm taking entrepreneurship currently. I'm pretty hardworking, I'm sociable, and I can provide positive outputs and delicious food. I intend to enroll in Serving Safe Foods course, so I mean, people can feel confident when they're buying from me that they won't get sick. And I also plan on obtaining a degree in culinary arts. My total units that I believe I could sell in a year would be 2,490. My gross revenue is $74,700, my leading to a net profit of $27,298. Explaining my units sold right here, specifically because tourists come in, approximately like 4 million come to downtown Charleston, which is like one of the top U.S. tourist sites in the U.S. It really spiked during June and July during summer when their kids are off and they can come and vacation. And you'd see less during the school year and during like heavy working seasons. And then you get to December, Christmas break, you have people traveling with their families. My startup investment, I need a food cart, obviously, and then I'd want to buy materials for a few days. I need a permit and license, and that would lead to a total startup expenditure of $3,600. After having that, I get my emergency fund in case anything goes wrong and I need money to save my business. And after dividing my fixed expenses by 3, I get $375 for my reserve for fixed expenses, leading to a total startup investment of $5,775, or $5,775. My return on sales is 30%, and my ROI, or return on investment, is 473%. My future goals. Okay, so short term, I want to establish a healthy food cart business. I want to meet new people because I think that's something you need to experience in life. You need to make new friends, meet different types of people, and that'll also help in finding a job in the future because customer service is really important. It's key. And I want to offer a cultural diversity. My long-term goals. I plan on creating different variations of Indian-style foods, as well as offering a vegetarian dish for people, like probably a kebab made out of tofu, because some people don't like meat. They want something, though, that they can try that's new. And so I'd offer a vegetarian dish. And that's all. I'm Christian Davis, and that was Cultural Cooks.
So only Indian food? I mean, I love Indian food, but that's really what you're just going to do?
Okay, I didn't put this up there because this is something that I plan in a long-term goal. Well, I think first I should tell you about why I was inspired to do this, and that'll lead to telling you why. My grandma, she's Vietnamese, and she came down to America trying to find a new life. It's a common story. She went to Pennsylvania, she lived there for 10, 11 years, and when her husband died, she came to live with us. And she's pretty much my inspiration. She cooked food for us. She worked in the backyard. She showed me what being hardworking was all about. And she taught me how to make this Vietnamese food that was really good. And I was talking to my friends about it, and they're like, we've never had Vietnamese food. We haven't tried that before. So, I mean, came over. My grandma made Vietnamese food for them. I made some of it, of course, because she's teaching me how. And they loved it. And that's when I came up with this idea when I needed a plan for business entrepreneurship. I was like, this would be something to expand on, something that people need. They need to try something new in life, something that's not boring and dull.
So my only comment was Cultural Cooks doesn't necessarily imply Indian food, so I was wondering if you were looking for something that was more than just Indian, because if I'm looking for Indian, I may miss it if I simply see the Cultural Cooks at the end. So
but
that was the hence understanding kind of where you're looking at going with that.
Yes, sir. Well, to answer your question, because I didn't quite answer it fully, I plan on making Vietnamese food and probably expanding into Chinese food as well.
Okay.
I think Jack Korean food. That's my favorite.
I'll look into it. I'd have to find out how to make it, so I mean.
Christian, you said that you were going to sell each kebab for $5.
Yes, sir.
You said your gross revenue was going to be $74,000.
Yes, sir.
You said total unit sales were 2410. That math doesn't add up, so I'm just trying to figure out how you got to 74.
After 24, well, it's really confused. I plan on selling 6 individual kebabs for $30, so $5 each, and so it's 2,490 units sold per year. By multiplying that by my revenue, I got 74,000.
Okay, I think you are an incredibly smart kid.
Thank you.
I am very impressed by you. And I love your work ethic, and that's where I think a lot of kids these days don't have what you have because that takes you so far in business. You know, and I think you're onto something because as you see all the construction that's going around in Charleston, they don't have time. Everybody's on the go, but then you're also combating the bigger issue here is you know, obesity and eating unhealthy and things of that sort. So, you know, hats off to you for the effort.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
You could do late night food truck. I think it would crush it. Like college kids, and then you can inflate your prices a lot too.
Yeah,
So
because
you go to a bar and you're college kids, you end up like a little intoxicated leaving. You don't really care how much money you're spending. So then you can sell for $10 a kebab late night, $5 a kebab weekend. And they have like 10 hot dog stands, but they have no normal food. I mean, hot dogs are good, but you get tired of them.
it's all about the money.